Welcome back to Toledo's most local 9 a.m. show. Good day.
It's an event we tell you about every year. This year, we're making sure you know about it a bit sooner because it's registration time for the Victory Center's Over the Edge.
Kimberly Rosinski is here with all the details.
Hello.
Kimberly, always good to see you.
Yeah.
So
Hi, guys.
we're getting ready to ramp this thing on up.
Oh, I'm so excited. So we've got a lot of stuff going on this year, but this is our 9th year. So hopefully the Toledo community is now familiar with what we're doing. The Victory Center's really signature fundraiser is this Over the Edge rappelling adventure. Yeah. And we're the only ones in the community that get to do this with the help and assistance of Over the Edge Global. It's presented this year by Therma-Tru. We're so grateful for their support. And now's the time to get registered if you're thinking, okay, I'm not sure if I can raise the $1,000. You got the whole summer, baby. Hit up your friends, your coworkers, your family, and now's the time to get your name on that list.
Yeah, and and you mentioned, you think you might not be able to raise the money. Every person who I have talked to who has done this fundraiser has said, as soon as I tell them what this is about, we're raising money to provide free services, non-medical services to people, to cancer patients, survivors, their families. They're like, oh, yeah, here's a check. Like,
that's right.
It's easy because it's such a great cause.
We beg people, connect it back to the mission. A lot of folks have been touched by cancer, their family members, friends, coworkers, and when you connect it back to saying whether someone is newly diagnosed or in survivorship for 20 years, they get to come to the Victory Center and enjoy those services free of charge. They get to come and get a free wig if they experience hair loss during chemo. Meet someone who understands exactly what they're going through. It's a support system, and we like to be there for the people, whether they're at the beginning of that journey or, starting to finish it off and potentially celebrate by, going over the edge of a 16-story building.
Yeah, a lot of them do.
Yeah, for sure. And we mentioned most, but it seems like almost all of us know someone have been touched in some way, form, or fashion. So you mentioned that folks can come and get a free wig, but that's just one portion of what's offered. What are some of those unique services that maybe sometimes people don't think that those survivors need?
Yeah, absolutely. So I know right now wait lists are really, really long to get in to see a counselor. If you want to get into therapy and it's not something you've been doing regularly, this is what we consider a life event. And we offer counseling, and you can probably get in this Friday with Dr. P.
Wow.
And so it's immediate help. We can help you right now. Whether you want to come in alone and talk to somebody and kind of work out those feelings and emotions, or if you want to bring a family member, do couples counseling, figure out how to open communication with your partner. We also have support groups. Many of them are so well attended that you're then walking into a room of experts. I haven't had surgery yet. I haven't spoken to my oncologist yet. I didn't know I needed a nurse navigator. That is a room of people who know those things and who can hopefully shed a little hope on your journey as well, because they are farther into the journey than you are, and you can look at that and say, okay, that could be me.
Yeah, it's so necessary too, because getting that diagnosis, you can only imagine it shakes and it frazzles people in a really huge way.
Life event, man. You don't plan to get cancer, right? People plan to have a baby or retire or go on vacation. You don't plan for this. And so how do you navigate it? There's a financial aspect, there's an emotional aspect, and there's certainly a community aspect. How are my people going to step up for me? This is a beautiful way, as you said, Amanda, for people to say, oh my gosh, you're doing this thing that maybe I'm a little scared to do, but I'm happy to support you in doing it. And so whether you want to climb the building or rappel, you're then supporting that person, that individual, and our entire group of participants who come in and also take yoga classes and have massages and get to really connect with other people.
Nice little self-care.
Yeah, and the event itself, so you're rappelling off the side of a building or climbing, as you mentioned as well. A lot of people who do this, though, say, I'm so glad. This was what an incredible experience, and many of them are survivors too. So for that, we do want to tell people, though, you're doing it a little different this year with the day.
Yes, thank you. So more importantly, I think the crowd of people, the limitations we've had in years past perhaps, have stopped people from coming down to cheer someone on because you're stuck at work.
Yeah.
We've done Thursday, Friday has typically been our days. We're moving it to a Saturday. So now we're going to do VIP launch party Friday night. If you go through the trouble of raising $1,000 to support the Victory Center, we're going to say thank you for that.
Yeah.
And so we bring out the big guns. We've got restaurants supporting us, grazing stations of food, and our VIP repellers at twilight. So it's a really, really exciting experience. And then Saturday, September 6th, we have 96 repellers and potentially up to 10 climbers who will be on the side of that building throughout the day. And now you can invite your family and friends to come down and really cheer you on.
And they can't use work as an excuse.
That's right.
And they
That's
won't
right.
want to. And they won't.
96, this is going to be an all-day event.
Yeah, absolutely. So we start with our first registration group at 9 a.m. We usually say if you register on the hour, you're going to go over the edge about an hour later. We put you through some pretty rigorous training. You don't have to have any experience, but we do want you to feel comfortable by the time you're on the wall. So you're going to train with the equipment. You're going to put on the harness. You're going to test out your walkie-talkie because you are always in contact with someone. You're not, you know, hanging out alone on the wall. And then you're going to actually get over the edge, which a lot of people say is the toughest part, just that step over, right? And then you're going to have 12 to 15 minutes on the face of the building. That's how long a rappel takes. 30 minutes for a climb. And then you get to really get wrapped in this huge hug when you get down at the bottom. We'll get you a bottle of water because it's a little bit physically taxing. But a lot of folks have said that they are so surprised, so empowered by doing this. And when they get to the bottom, they realize they've really accomplished something.
Yeah. So we've got the QR code. You want to register. You're like, okay, this is my year. I'm going to do this. I'm going to sign up. I'm going to go over the edge. Go ahead and scan that QR code and get yourself registered so you can start raising that money.
Absolutely. And if you registered today, what I'll do is refund your registration fee. So it's $25 if you put your name on the list today, but I'll go back in and reverse it so you get that money back, just because it's so important that we start to grow this list. Registration day was Memorial Day, and we ended up with over 26 names on the list in a day. And so I'm just thrilled with the community support so far of everything we do at the Victory Center.
Love that.
Get registered.
Thanks, Kimberly.
Kimberly, good to see you. Thanks for being here.
Well, Monday has arrived, and that means Home Hack Day for Amanda.
Yeah, you can buy an apple corer to slice your apples, or you can just use a corkscrew. I'm testing it out after the break.
I'm confused.